Go over how to test claims for the mean with a one sample t-test when we are given a data set. So here we're going back to the sleep study, and what we want to look at is the average hours of sleep, so this column here. So this tells us that it is recommended that college students get an average of 8 hours of sleep a night. We want to use the data set to test the claim that college students get the recommended hours of sleep. So we are saying that our average hours of sleep equals 8. And then our alternative, because we're looking for that equals for the claim, that means our alternative is going to be not equals because it doesn't tell us less than or greater than. We're looking in both directions. So for our conditions, we have our data set, the sleep study. It told us that we have a randomly selected group of college students, and you can see we have way more than 30 here, so we're good with our conditions. So what we're going to do is we need to get the data from this column. So you can see this is the average sleep column here. You're going to click on this first one, and you want to hit Control, Shift, and the down arrow all at the same time. Or if you have a Mac, you're going to hit Command, Shift, and the down arrow at the same time, and then everything should be highlighted. And then you can either right-click and press Copy, or you can do Command C on the keyboard to get all that copied. So once we have that copied, we are going to go back into our inference for the population mean app. And we'll reload this. And this time we have a data set, so you want to pick your own, so your own data. We're looking for hours of sleep, and you're just going to hit paste into there. So right click and paste or Command V on the keyboard. And all of those should go into there. And you can see our sample size was 253, sample mean 7.966. And then we want to do significance tests. So we're going to change the significance test. We had 8, and we want to keep it at two-sided, so we have that not equals. So you can see our distribution there is pretty normal looking. It's good. We can see that our sample standard deviation was around 1, sample mean around 8, and we have our null and alternative match what we've written down. We get a test statistic. Our t-value is negative 0.5617. And our p-value is 0.5748. 0.5748 is greater than 0.05. So when p is greater than alpha, we fail to reject the null. When we fail to reject the null, that means there's no evidence for the alternative. So there is no convincing evidence that the mean hours of sleep is not equal to 8. So there's no evidence against it being 8. So you could say that they do get the recommended hours of sleep. So there's no convincing evidence. You can say the population mean if you want. The population mean hours of sleep is not equal to 8 hours. So again, the same exact process as when we had our summary statistics. The only difference is you're going to copy and paste that column into your observations instead of putting in each of those summary statistics into each of those boxes. So that is how you run a one sample t-test for means with the app.